The Gospel of Thomas offers 114 sayings of Jesus, presented as philosophical aphorisms, precepts of wisdom and faith, some disconcerting, written one after the other without any biographical details. Christ speaks there as a wise man and an initiator. He suggests that the revelation of the divinity of man comes through a personal relationship with God, an inner work on one's own thought, independently of a dogma, a sacrament, or a church. Jesus appears as a master, a philosopher who brings both liberation and knowledge. Some specialists of the text have detected information there that precedes the official Gospels and wonder if the Book of Thomas, often presented as the spiritual twin of Jesus, did not serve as a cue source, an initial documentary basis for the authors of the stories of John, Matthew, Luke, and Mark. The Gospel according to Thomas suggests a proximity to Buddhism and its philosophy of a personal awakening. Another codex found at Nag Hammadi is the Gospel of Truth, attributed to Valentinus, a Christian Gnostic trained in Alexandria who preached in Rome, where he almost became bishop in 143. He describes the universe created by Yahweh in the Old Testament, our world, as that of anguish, error, and oblivion. Some Gnostics question original sin and attribute it to nature. Others refer to the feminine dimension of the divine, defining God as being both father and mother, unbearable ideas at the time. They consider the resurrection as more symbolic, spiritual than real, and seen Mary Magdalene as a high-level disciple. Women play a large role in their groups. They deploy a philosophy where the soul is not immortal by nature, and that it must be initiated into love. For them, salvation is played out on earth. Life experience counts. Some speak of way, advocate the vow of silence in order to decondition oneself, like Basilides of Alexandria. Valentin or Carpocrates think that on the contrary one must consume all of existence, burn all of one's desires to dissolve them, escape their obsessive pressure. For many Gnostics, only love is salvific, the rest is moralism, this moraline later criticized by Nietzsche, who defends the Dionysian behavior of joy and merriment. The Gnostic authors considered invention and creativity as the hallmark of anyone who became spiritually alive. The Gnostic doctrines, especially their cosmology, with El, the supreme god, their demiurge creating an evil world, the countless eons touched by the divine light, remain very difficult to understand. They were reserved for circles of intellectuals, people who were already awakened. By developing a secret knowledge, they proved too elitist, and part of the knowledge was thus lost. Jorge Luis Borges, the great Argentinian writer who studied the Gnostics extensively and wrote 3 versions of Judas, thought that their conception of a world given over to evil, created by a demiurge, where the true God is absent, and man saves himself through faith, love of others and self-knowledge, is the most sensible of all doctrines to meditate on.